In this video we will work with if, date and string formulas. So let's start with the if formula. Firstly, I will start with the formula if. I will write cost into cell B20 and I'll start with the formula itself. So if B20 equals cost, return me the value from the table above for costs. And if cell B20 equals to sales, give me the amount for sales from the table above, otherwise return 0. So the formula returns me the amount for cost, and if I change it to sales, it gives me the sales amount. If I enter A, it gives me 0. So now let's move to other formula if error. I will start with a simple formula 0 plus 1 equals of course 1. But if I change number 1 for A, it gives me the value error. To get rid of this error, I will use the if error formula. You can see the syntax. So if B22 plus B23 equals something very strange, give me 0. And if I change it back to 1, it gives me the correct result. Otherwise it's 0. And I can continue to input another formula into this. For example, if B20 equals sales, return me the amount for sales from the table above, otherwise 0. And this is how we can play with the formulas, if and if error. Next part of the video is covering date formulas, such as today, end of month, date and text. I will start with the formula today. The syntax of this formula is very easy. I will just write today, and don't forget the brackets, because it's formula and it needs brackets. The result of this will be today's date. Sometimes for your reporting you need to show the last day for previous month, for example. So for this purpose I will use formula end of month, which I will insert in front of today formula, and -1 will indicate that I want the last day of previous month. If I entered -2, it would give me the end of June. And sometimes in your reports you need to show that the data are as of some date. So I will just write a text into equation marks and connect it with the end formula. But you can see that the format of the date has changed because I have summed text and number. To get rid of this error and to get the normal looking date, I will transfer the end of month formula to text using the text formula, and in the last part of syntax I will write into the equation marks the format of the date I want to use or I want to be shown. It's very simple. D is for day, M is for month, Y is for year. And now it's just on me how I want the format of the date to look like. I can delete 1M to get just the 7, not 07, or I can just write triple M to show July. Or I can just add the space, or I can just show not 2016 but just 16, or I can just write day and month, or if I just write triple D, it will show me that it was Sunday, and if I enter more Ds, I will get the full text of the date. As you can see, there are various options. I can play with it as I want, but I will return to the default format of the date from the beginning, which will be the 31st of July 2016. The last group of formulas covered in this video are string formulas: left, right, mid, trim and upper. Formula if works no matter whether the text is in capital letters or not. You can see I'm still getting the correct result. But sometimes it can happen that another user of your report will enter spaces into your text, which will result in an error. So for example, I will enter 2 spaces here and the result is 0. To get rid of this not correct result, I will use formula trim for cell B20 and I will just write it into the if syntax we have shown previously. But since cell B20 appears twice in the syntax, I have to use the trim formula every time, and you can see the result is correct. To get very quickly the capital letters of the text, I will use formula upper. Syntax is very nice and clean. I will just write upper and mark the cell B20, and I get the cells in capital letters. Sometimes you need just few characters of the text or the number in your report, so for this purpose I will start with formula left. The number 2 indicates the number of characters from the left. I got just the C because there is a space, so I will eliminate it again with the trim, so I get SA. Now I can just play to show you how it works, but I think formula left is very easy. So if I write cost, I will get CO. I can include another formula into this syntax, and it is formula LEN, which is for the length of the text in the cell I'm indicating. So for length of cell B20, I will get the result of 4 because the length of the text is 4 characters. The same I can do with the formula right, which works on the same principle as left, but it is just looking on the cell from the right side, of course. So I can just try and to change the numbers I want to show. So if I use number 3, I got OST. Formula mid returns the characters from the middle of the text string, given a starting position and the length. Starting with the text field in B20 cell, I want to start on the second character and I want to get 2 characters. So from cost, I'm getting O and S. Using formula len inside of the mid, I'm basically getting the same result because I'm indicating that I want a full length of the text in cell B20. If I want to connect text with some kind of formula, I'm using again formula AND, and I'm marking the cell B20. So I will get data of cost and, for example, sum. And another example, cost plus something. Every text you have to indicate into the quotation marks, otherwise you will get an error. That's it. We are Vacuum University. Thanks for watching.